Let's see if this works. Second time. Starting. Okay. Let's see. Okay, streaming soon. Where is it? Here it is. Is it? Better now, right?
Yes, looks pretty good. Yeah, I think that works.
Yeah, better now.
Warte mal kurz. Also,
What?
sag. Yeah, okay.
No, my video is frozen. What?
No, not for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the 5 seconds delay. Because I'm watching the stream too. And there's the delay. Okay. So already 3 people watching. Okay, so first time stream. So please forgive us some Stefan, hi. Please forgive us some setup issues or whatsoever. We're still getting used to this. I bought a green screen extra for this and some other stuff, so also Stream Deck, so we can switch the scenes. Maybe the 5 seconds delay is not so good because it irritates me a little bit. Nevertheless, how are you doing, Stefan? Awesome that you're here. So
Cool.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do today, I've set up a NextJS Tailwind example. The Apollo is still missing, so we want to integrate Apollo here with the server and client and create a little to-do app. So yeah, just playing around. Yeah, I'm fine too. So it took us almost an hour to set this up. So yeah. I set up the demo repo yesterday, but I forgot to set up and test Streamlabs. So anyway, learning curve, step by step, as Francesco would say it. So we have set up the oh, I should quit Spotify. In case I press the record button.
This is just an empty NextJS example, or what did you add already?
Yeah, so I added so it's TypeScript, obviously. I have added Tailwind, chest, and my default linter settings and prettier. So basically, yeah, actually that's right, Stefan. Without technical issues, my previous boss said to me, when you start something and you're not embarrassed about the results, or there's something you think, oh, hopefully people won't see it, then you have done something wrong. Either you're too late, you've waited too long to start, or you just lie to yourself. So yeah, obviously we expect to have some issues. So yeah, let's install it. Are you live? Are you in my visual code already, Barnabas? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, let's start this. So this is basically just NextJS 10. Nothing special. I changed basically nothing. It's just I installed Next React, not React 17 yet. Let's see how far we can get with this one. Install the linter plugins, chest, as I said, post CSS for Tailwind, and TypeScript. I should also mute my phone, by the way. That will be another thing. Expect to see some cats. Maybe my 2 cats are hungry during the stream. So yeah, so let's just start with yarn def. Actually,
can you share the port?
Hopefully. If not, tell me. So you should be able to access it already on localhost 3000. Hopefully also on your machine.
It says no shared servers.
Oh no, then let's share this. Where is the live share icon? Okay, that's it.
Just Control/P and then share server or something.
Yeah. So share server. My port. What was it? 3000, right? No close.
I thought so. Yeah.
Yeah, there's already an issue. Yay. What? I fixed this yesterday. What is happening now? I wait sharing this on Twitter. let's wait until this works. Okay, that's interesting. So
What's the error message?
Yeah, it looks like I fixed the test yesterday in my template, but let's see. I assume test works now. Yeah, they work, but NextJS doesn't. So okay.
Can you type in the shared terminal, please?
Oh yeah, sorry. Let's share this too. How can I share this? Focus. No. Remove term. It should be shared already, isn't it?
There is a shared one, but you're not typing in the shared one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, wait a sec. I close it again, and let's share a terminal. Read only. Now I've created a new. Yeah, this one is shared now.
Yeah, now I can see what you're typing.
Okay. So obviously I enabled chest, but okay, yeah, let's try this again. But I've done bad things to NextJS now. Because it says it's ready, and then a few seconds later, using external bubble config. Oh, I know why. Yeah. I've added the bubble config because to enable chest.
You also need the TypeScript preset, right?
Yeah. So what I've done here, I've added for the test environment the next bubble preset, but I think, wrong browser. I think that I also have to do this for the normal case. So yeah. Also with TypeScript, I assume. So I can kick this and just enable it. Oops, for every other case. And now we need, let's see if we need to add something else too. NextJS has TypeScript support built in. So yeah, I think, let's see, maybe it's already in their preset, because when I started chest there were no issues. Let's see. So yeah, just copy and pasting from a tutorial online that says how to get chest working in NextJS does not work. It does work, but they forgot to mention that you should add the preset again for NextJS in general. Okay, let's see.
Can you open it in the browser now? It's not working for me.
No. It's loading using external bubble config. No. Maybe we should drop chest support then. Okay, let's see. NextJS bubble config. Customizing bubble config. So yeah, that's what we did. With TypeScript.
Did you find something?
That's interesting. Oh, it just took some time. Okay, we were just.
Oh, okay.
I told Francesco that I'm not patient, so here is the proof, Francesco, that I could just not wait. Yeah, so here's the NextJS Tailwind template with some fancy links and nothing else. So it worked. I gotta change this in the template too. So okay, what do we do first? So we should design the to-do list, right? And then we can think about adding the database.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Hmm?
should we just do like or mock the responses for now? We just have like dummy implementations inside the functions. Should
Yep.
we? I don't have worked with NextJS before, I think, so we have to create a page or something, right?
Yeah. So
Everything is a page.
yeah. Wait a sec. So let's start this small before we think about database and everything. Let's design this. So in Next.js, I mean, I haven't played around with it for a while, so let's figure this out together. There is, let's skip API. There are these pages. Yeah, you're right. So you have this under app page, so where you can, add things that are available for the entire app during the session. For instance, you can, you could add theme providers here, for instance.
Or the Apollo provider, right?
Or the Apollo provider, yeah, exactly. And then there is this custom document. Let's open this. Oh, wrong browser.
Oh, okay.
Wrong browser window. Oops. Maybe that was not such a good idea to have two browsers. So there is also this document, and I think, yeah, there was a typo. I was almost certain that there is not two underlines. Okay, two things I need to fix in the template. So the custom document is to augment the HTML and the body tags for your application. So for instance, you could add the helmet here to add some props in the head, or body tags you need or want. Also set the language and everything. That's possible in the document, and here again is the app. So yeah, here you can add things that persist between the pages. That's why I said you can add things here that are used in general for the entire app and during the session of a user.
Do we also have to add the styles here?
Yeah, you could also add styles here, the global, yeah. Okay. I think I did already. Let's see. Here's app. Yeah, I did already. So let's see. Oops. Let's tweet about it that we're live now, by the way, because I think the issues are gone. We are live now. Yay. Tweet. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we can close this one here. So yeah, so we don't need these two right now.
So
because let's do this everything here on the index file. So that's the root here for index. If I add another one, so let's see, I add Twitch, TSX. Actually, you don't need to import React every time in Next.js, but the linter settings I use still require to set React, so never mind. So let's see, Twitch, live on Twitch. We don't need anything else. So, and now we should be able to go here to Twitch and have a page where it's just live on Twitch. So it's really simple. Hey, Francesco, I already mentioned you. Oh no, I know why you're here. I know what you want to say. Oh no. He said when I'm gonna be live the first time. Hi Chris. He's gonna be my first troll already. So he's just here to say something bad about me. No, we're friends. We love each other.
It's lowercase h, right?
Ah, yeah. Damn, that's the thing. That's the bad thing with this microphone in front of me. I don't see my keyboard anymore. So yeah. So actually, it's pretty easy. He said it. The clown. Yeah. You got me. Okay, so yeah, that's how you add pages, Barnabas. Okay, so Francesco, I knew it. Yeah, you prepared me for that. You said that you're gonna do this.
Should
Okay.
we just start with defining a to-do type?
Yeah. So basically, I closed it. Let's go. Whoops, wrong port. Node 3000. I have to go in time. So we are gonna create a little to-do app in Next.js. Haha, to-do obviously. And create an Apollo server and client and play around with it. So it's just, you know, the first time stream, nothing huge, nothing too complicated. Yeah. So the main topic is Apollo server, client, Tailwind in a Next.js app. Yeah. So but let's not do this in the Twitch page. This page was just for a demo.
Oh, okay.
Let's go back to the, and we do this with TypeScript, Francesco. So yeah, in case some viewers wanna. Okay, so yeah, well, just code, Barnabas.
Okay.
The screen is shared. We have a live share here also on VS Code. Works pretty good. Yeah, I love pair coding, and Francesco, actually, that's one thing I wanted to talk about you with in the channel, or in the private messages. So stay tuned, my friend. Stay tuned. So what are you gonna do right here?
Just do like without styling, just render it to do on the page.
Okay. Yeah, but okay.
Yeah.
Let's use Tailwind after that for.
Yeah, I just do something and then we can style it afterwards.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, the VS Code live share, because I do the moderation a little bit when Barnabas is typing. So the VS Code live share plugin is really cool. We use it a lot actually at work for pair programming, or when someone is stuck and need help. We oftentimes do this. Yeah, works pretty good, really. You can see the terminal, you can share ports, you can follow the cursor of someone. So if Barnabas is going to another file, my VS Code can jump.
Okay, yeah.
To the file too. So yeah. Oh, there is a typo. That should be to do.
Yeah.
And wait a sec. Let's do this. Here. Okay. Whoop, there is still a typo. Yeah, of course, because I kicked the function component. So what is now? Yeah, it was never used. Yeah, of course it's not used. Okay. So let's edit here. Oops. Yeah, of course, to do is required. Let's create a dummy to do, or to do. Actually, to do is a to do. That reminds me of a friend of mine that streamed 2 days ago, and he was talking about pizza all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so to do consists of, what have you typed? ID, let's say one, a title, stream live on Twitch. Whoop, let's say Twitch, and done false. Okay, so the ID is a string. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can do a number.
Yeah, let's do a number. Okay, and the to do gets a to do. Oh, that's gonna be funny. To do.
The naming is hard.
Chris, nice plugin. Does it work on a per project base, or no? You share it. You share just the current VS Code window. I mean, if you use workspaces with VS Code, you can share multiple projects at once in the current live share session, but you share just one window.
You just have to trust people you share the terminal with if you make it read and write.
Yeah, if you make it read or write, then yeah. You should know who you're sharing it with. So let's see. Yeah, there is this little text here, but let's make it let's make it shine a little bit. It doesn't look that good. So so let's make some Tailwind magic here. So the title should be, let's say, smaller. We just do a to do. So the 5x, it's centered. It has the accent color. What's the accent color? Let's see. Ah, yeah, okay. Dark gray works. Oh yeah, to do's makes sense. So what we want here is it's really cool, Chris. So we want here full width. Let's say items should be centered. Oh, class name, of course. Class name. Items should be centered. Let's also say justify center. Why is my Tailwind extension not working? Interesting.
Oh, is there like one where you can auto-complete the class names?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Let's
I'm
see.
installing that one too.
Tailwind. So what do I need to set up here? You must have Tailwind installed. I did, and a Tailwind config file, Tailwind config.js or Tailwind in your workspace. I did, didn't I?
Yep.
There is a Tailwind config.js and Tailwind is installed, right? Where is it? Tailwind, yeah. Ah, I probably know why. I need to refresh the window, then it works again. Because when I started this session, I had no Node modules installed, so the VS Code doesn't know about. Yeah. So I just restart the window and reload. Thanks, Francesco. See you next time, hopefully soon. Stay safe. Enjoy your day. Okay. Live share.
I think the reloading killed the live share session.
Yeah, it does. So let's start this again. Where is it? Man, okay. Live share. Oh man, my VS Code. Yeah, Chris, we will. I hope the recording works, but looks like the record button is pressed, so it should be live later on, yeah, on YouTube. So live share. So let's invite my friend again.
Yeah, I got the invite.
Okay, perfect. And I also have one shared terminal. Yeah.
Right.
Let's just see if I enabled that the stream is saved. Yeah. Later on, you can take over the stream a little bit, and then I just double check if everything is recorded and also later shared.
Yeah, thanks, Chris, and have a nice day.
Viel Spaß beim Wandern, falls du wandern gehst. Okay. So where were we? Ah, yeah. Let's restart the server again, and I think now it should work. So I wanted to justify it, center it. What was I? Ah, yeah. That should already. Oh, and what was H100? Let's see. Let's see if the autocomplete works now. So, what can we add? Background. No, it still doesn't work. Maybe that's the tab 9. Maybe that's tab 9 that interferes here. Doesn't matter. Oh no, it works now. Ah, now it works. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. So let's see what happened. No, it's not centered. Why? Let's see.
Do we have to tell it to display flex? Is display flex missing? Maybe.
Oh yeah, sure it is missing. And maybe we should add also some padding. And that's the cool thing about Tailwind. What's going on in your background? Can you mute your mic for a sec, please?
Oh, sorry, yeah.
So yeah, now it's in the center. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So this is our container. It centers its items. Flex is enabled. Justify enabled. Yeah, works. And the padding of 6, which is 1.5 rem in this case. Okay, so what's next? Next thing is we need an... Oh, what's happening now? Ah, you add another to do. Okay. So next thing will be adding an input of some sorts. So I have copied. Actually, I have here a demo. So wait, what do we want? We want to center this here. That's our... Let's for a second remove them because I want to... Let's first add the input, okay? Ah, you're muted. So we have this full size container, full width container that's flexed, that's gonna center its items. Class name. So, oh, there is one div missing. Really? No, another one? No.
Can you combine multiple utility classes into like a new utility class?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We can do this after in a sec. Yeah, that's a good idea. So why is this not working? Yeah. I should not copy and code things that are not already written in JSX. So there's a button. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so what I've done now is I've added here another container with a margin bottom, a headline in text gray, the darkest text gray with the name to do. Actually, we could remove this to do here for a sec. And it's called to do list. Then I have another container with the input and the button. It's also flex with a margin top of 4. And here is the input with a shadow, with a border and some other values, and a placeholder, add to do, and a button, also with padding, borders, and some other fancy things like a hover color and a default text. So, and this is how, now the color is actually not that good. It should not be. Wait a sec. There is, what did he do? Ah, okay. There is, let's change the color of the button. Should we make it green? So if someone presses the button, it's green. Let's say this light green. And also the border. Is it border color? No. Isn't it border color? I don't know. I don't know all the.
It's border dash transparent, border dash black, border dash gray dash whatever.
Ah, yeah, okay. Ah, yeah, here's the green. So let's say background is green, the border color is green, and then one thing missing. Ah, yeah, the text color. So
does it make sense to have the same background and border color?
Oh no. Wait. Let's say the background is still white. Because then it looks like this, you know. So then we just need to remove the hover text white color. Let's see. Yeah, but then let's add another hover color. So let's say, what do you want when someone? Hey, hi Igor. Nice. Cool that you're here. It's not the stream is not yet advanced as yours. By the way, guys, Igor is doing also live streams. I think tomorrow, right? So let's see. Another green. We need another green. Let's say dark green. Or we have 400 for the normal text, and let's say 800 when someone hovers it. Oh, then the border should also. We don't get a prize for the most fancy UX and UI, but doesn't matter. So let's say also green 800. Yeah, it looks okay-ish. So whoa, that's still we've missed something. Oh yeah, now the hover text color should be white. Oh, it's text color, no, text white. I still need to get used to this. So this hover is wrong. Oh, the border, I missed the border. So it's border green 800. Yay. Fancy. Not bad, not good, something in between. Okay. Oh yeah, we should probably make this headline bigger. Yeah. I would only recommend to zoom. Oh yeah, great idea. Zoom into code. Yeah, I can definitely do that. That's a great idea, Igor. I've never thought about mobile viewers. So yeah, in case of mobile viewers, we should completely remove the video of us or just move it downwards. Yeah, good idea. I will think about, or we have to think about that next time. So let's make this text here bigger. What's font size? Is it font? No. Yeah, let's see. I could go to the Tailwind docs too.
Text-LG or XL?
Text size. Whoops, size. Yeah, let's make it big. I don't know if this is, no, let's make 5XL. Yeah, it's a big text. Okay, let's go here. Yeah, better. Okay. I think this one should be, it's a little bit small, isn't it?
I think it's okay. I'm no designer.
Yeah, let's make another div around this div. So what I changed the background. I added around the border a little shadow, some paddings. Said it should be full width, which means 75% of the current screen. That's not 75%. Let's see, what am I missing? So let's see, just if I sent let's see. It's not that bad. It's okay, but we should change the background of the page, right? So that's one thing you asked, right? Yeah. So there is the index CSS I've created already. So we have imported the Tailwind base, some components, and some other utilities, and let's change the background. I think there is some way in Tailwind to change the background in the theme, but let's do it the old-fashioned way. Let's say we want to change the body and we apply a background color. No, it's not color. A gray. Should we use gray? Let's see. Let's say gray 400. And we apply this to the body tag. So let's see. Where is it? It's building. Kind of slow today. So nothing. Whoop. Okay, that's dark. That's maybe a little bit too dark. Let's say 200. And I think we removed the navigation for a second because it's rather distracting. It's not that helpful. Let's minimize this. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, much cleaner, right? What do you say, Barnabas? Better, right?
Looks good to me. Yeah.
Okay.
The navigation is still showing? Oh, no.
No, the navigation is gone now. And next thing is that we can add here to-dos. Maybe we should
Yep.
add a little. Let's see. It's a little bit big, the font. Let's add another one and a little margin. Oh no, we have a margin here. Let's increase it to 5. To add a little bit more spacing. Oh yeah, we have six viewers. Hi guys.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. So far, what have we done? We have a NextJS app here with Tailwind and a little simple to-do. We're gonna create a little to-do app with a NextJS Apollo server and Apollo client. And I think we just keep it in the memory for now, Barnabas. The Apollo data afterwards. Okay, so let's see, what else do we got? Yeah, we need to add to-dos. What's wrong here? To-do is assigned but never used. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Do you just wanna save it in a use state for now, and then do the
Yeah. Let's do this. But wait a sec. Where is this? This is the to-do. This is the container for the input, and we need another container for the items. So I have already a little, let's see, demo here from another app, or let's say we've prepared it. So so we're a little bit faster. Class name. Whoops. We don't need. What's wrong here? That's one thing about the linter rule I've added, that you have to add the types. Type button to a button, because a button can also be a submit button. So let's see. Oh no, this guy from the from where I copied this code from has done some default stylings, I think. Anyway, so what I've done is I've added another container here for the list of to-dos, and let's take a step back and watch this one by one. So each to-do is basically a flags container with a margin bottom, and it centers its items, which is happening here. And there is a paragraph with the title, so that's gonna be the to-do title later on. And I've added another or two buttons, one for done and one for remove. And basically that's just a copy. Let's remove this for now and do this one by one. Yeah, so the title is full width text gray or text gray darkest element here. The button is a flex no shrink with some paddings, and I think this hover text here does not work. That's one thing I copied and it does not really look good. Okay, so let's say we style this later. Border red, hover red. Yeah, let's also do this later. So we now have two buttons here, and there is no spacing here. Why? There should be here class name margin top. We use 4, right? Yeah, here 4. Let's see. This is also top. Let's see. Okay, now we have a little more space here. Oh no, wait, we do this different. I'll just say bottom, then we can remove it here. Okay, so let's see. Okay, works. So we have a headline and the input, and here the text. Let's style this text. I wonder why this is still so small. There is a duplicate rule here. No? The max width LG is smaller than I thought. I thought it's bigger. We could go full size, right? Oh no.
Or the LG colon stuff, are those media queries?
You mean this part here? Where is it? This one?
Yes.
Yes. So
Okay,
so
cool.
this rule only applies to LG.
Can you specify the breakpoints somewhere in the config or?
Oh no. Yes, you can. I need some fresh air. Yeah, you can. But let's figure out why there is why it's so small. Let's make this bigger. Okay, so let's go to the Tailwind docs. Whoops, width. So let's see, width. We want to have. What do we have right now? Here we have full width. Yeah, that's the container above. That's full width with some padding. And this here is really small. Why is this so small? What if we say we take 75%? Because it's really small here. Okay, so it's full width, should be responsive. Yeah, it is, but it's still a little bit big. Let's say on LG. What's LG, by the way? LG. So the current LG breakpoint is 1024 pixels. Okay, that works. Hey, Devin.
Hey.
Nice. Okay, yeah. Broken emote. What? What's a broken emote? Don't know yet. Maybe that's a Twitch thing. Ah, emojis. Okay, got it. Makes sense. Okay, so yeah, let's tweak this still a little bit. Where is it? The placeholder. There's still some space missing here. Why? There is margin top. Why is there margin top? I've added margin bottom. Here is bottom. Why isn't there bottom? Let's refresh. No, still not. Okay. Here it is. Margin.
Oh yeah.
Margin bottom. Actually, we can add margin top or on the y-axis. Then we have both top and bottom. Okay, much better now. And let's say the input is not full width, takes too much space, and then the button is too small. Let's say it has a max width, of 75%. You think that's good? Or let's say 80. Let's say 80. Let's go 80-20. So it is here. This button is still too small. No, not full. Let's say it should have, where is it? Here's the button, the other 20%. So we have 80-20, and now it works. And we have not yet written any custom CSS, my friend. And it doesn't look so bad. It's okay-ish. Okay, so then let's change these two buttons here, and then we can add the to-do list. without Apollo yet, but anyway. Okay, so what we could do is create a button base class so that the buttons.
Yeah, they all look the same. That would be good.
Yeah, Devin, that's right. The Tailwind docs are pretty awesome, and they use Algolia, and Algolia is a pretty dope search as a service. Yeah. So okay, back to our buttons. So yeah, we could add a button green base class, and where our button. So this is our base button, and then we can say button base. No, what was it? Button green, right? And we just.
But can we do like just a base button and then a color modifier or something like that?
Yeah, sure, we should actually. So let's say we have a base button, and the base button is everything without the colors. So we apply the padding, the border, some text and border features, and here, where is it, apply, we say that this one is green. Yeah, that's a bad idea. We could drop blue. Blue was from the template, wasn't it? Yeah. So we have blue. Okay, so this one here is a button base and a button green, and we can apply this button base now to the other two buttons here. Let's. Yeah, bye Igor. Have a nice day. See you later.
Bye.
Either here or on Twitter. So okay, let's see. Text here does not declare. What? Make sure that any import statements are being properly processed before Tailwind, as apply can only be used for classes in the same CSS tree. Okay. What does? Yeah, that CSS semicolon. That's an issue in VS Code. I haven't figured out how to get. How to remove this. Bye, Devin. Or is Devin? No, Devin is still here. Igor is going. Or is... I don't know. So, okay. What was the issue? The text here... text here. Wait. It doesn't work? Let's figure it out. I mean, I've seen something in their docs about import and apply. I haven't read it though. Okay.
There's no text here class.
Yeah, looks like this is something either that's deprecated because the base code for this UI is. Oh, bye, Devin. You're going too.
Bye.
Have a nice day. Yeah, or night. I think because of the time zone. Have a good night. Okay, so we have the button base, and it still works. Okay, so but we need some more spacing between those two. They're too close to each other. So let's say they both have a margin left. So there's one margin to the left for the text and one margin to the left between those two. 5 a.m. and you're still at work? Man, you are really a night owl. But I can see the benefits of working at night because everybody else is sleeping, no emails, almost no distraction except from Twitter. But yeah, that's a different story. So let's add button green for this one because when one clicks done, yeah, then it's done. And remove, let's say remove is red, okay? So remove is kind of dangerous. I mean, not for tasks. If you remove it, either they're not relevant anymore, or you have done it. And that's the cool thing about Tailwind, right? You see, I've just changed one part of the CSS class, and red, and everything else when it's built. Oh no, that's wrong. Oh no, I should. Well, I forgot to replace one green occurrence.
What?
Is it working now?
Oh, okay.
It's still building. Button red. What have I missed? Oh, I forgot to add button red here too. And let's say we put this here in front. Oops. I've not figured out if there is a, best practice order for these Tailwind classes, to be honest. Once I leave public, yeah. I mean, it must be difficult working at night when you want to do something with friends, because when you are awake, they sleep. When you sleep, they are awake. Must be difficult sometimes. I mean, I know it from friends of mine who have night shifts. They say it's not always that easy. Okay. Yeah. Oh, there is still this blue outline when it's active. Is this the active color? Let's see. Do you know that? Is this active? Active, no. Focus. Oh, that's the focus color.
Oh, it's the border, right? The border turns blue.
Yeah, it's the button focus color. Let's see what Tailwind says about focus. Hover and focus. So, at focus prefix, they only apply by default. You probably know this, but I wouldn't advise you use me. Actually, that's a good idea. It should not be called green. Let's call this. Yeah, thanks for the. Let's say this is the primary, and this is, I don't know. Do we have secondary
danger.
for danger? Thanks. Makes total sense. I should have, thought about that. And let's say this is danger. Thanks. Yeah, weekends must be hard because either you stay awake longer than expected, or you do it different. So where are these button primary, button danger? Where is it?
Okay, something broke, right?
No, it's still building.
Oh, okay.
No, it's yeah. Okay. This one here is still in focus mode. That's what I wanted to check out. So active group hover. No, is there a way to disable it? But no, let's not disable. Let's not disable it. Let's see when it's active. Let's go back here. So when the primary is active, was it active or focus? No, focus.
Focus.
So when it's focused, let's say we change the border green to an even darker one, and we could also say the border. Oh, not border again. The text color also 900. Yeah, and the danger should have this too. Danger zone. No, not here. Red. I'm so used to style components and material AI that I sometimes, or that I forget that Tailwind is pretty awesome. No, I don't forget it. We should have started using it in one of our projects, Barnabas.
Yeah.
Because now we create Tailwind like components. Oh no, it's still.
What? Oh, okay.
But it's still blue. Why is it blue? Why is it blue? Is it blue? So focus, border green on the primary and on the danger button. Why is this still blue? Focus. Maybe I've missed adding something to the... it's focus ring. Oh, damn. Yeah, makes sense. No border. Focus ring is green. Can I change the text though? Let's see. Okay, so it's focus ring. Makes sense. Did you know, Barnabas, that you can here on this element, let's say I want to watch changes to the button element. At least in Chrome you can do it. I don't know if you can do this in Firefox too. But you can, with a right click, say you want to, where is it? Break on subtree modifications, attribute modifications, or when the node is removed. So it was really helpful when I had to debug in another application why the CSS class changed, and I had no clue.
Like a debugger breakpoint.
Yeah.
Is something that JavaScript execution.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty cool. So if React changes the DOM, it will stop at that point. And you can check what happened. Okay. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Devin, me too. So stay safe. Have a
nice weekend.
Yeah, have a nice weekend. Yeah, and yeah, we see us later on Twitter and next week the latest. Yeah. So okay, where was this focus here? The focus ring is still.
Is it still blue?
Yeah, it's still blue. I'm missing something here. Wait, similar responsive. Not all states are. Let's see, hover. No, then not hover. So the input.
Okay.
I may need to, I should, let's see. Yeah, what, okay. I think it makes sense. Let's see if this works. You know what they did? They disabled the outline, added a ring of 2 pixels or 2, I think that's, I'm not sure if this is pixel or something else. And let's say now, not purple, but red, and a transparent focus. And I think that's how they solved this here. Let's see. I mean, yeah, okay. So that's how they do it. You first have to disable the outline, then they add a focus ring. That's how they call it. Let's enable focus again. They add this ring here, which is basically a 2 pixel outline with a transparent color, and then with this focus ring red, which is, where is it used? This is the box shadow, so they basically do it with the box shadow, and a transparent, and then they set the border to transparent, and you can see the box shadow instead. Okay, makes sense. So when it's focused, it's a little bit bigger now.
Could we also just have told Tailwind
Yeah,
to
that's
not
cool.
do this, like overwrite the defaults?
Yeah, I think somewhere in the docs, you can. But what's cool now, if you go to the button with tabs, you know, if you focus on them, if you focus on the remove, you see it's a little bit bigger. So it's a little visual clue that you're.
I mean, it's good that it's
focusing on one.
just more like a general question if you want to
Yeah,
disable some of the defaults, if that's possible.
yeah, that's true. Okay, so let's add this focus here on other buttons as well. So the only thing I don't need is the border focus transparent. So let's add, oops, that was wrong. Let's add them here to the base, and then we can say they have also a focus of green. So I've added the focus now to the base class, and it should work. Let's see if it's done building. Come on, let's do this a little bit. Man, my computer is really slow today. Come on, build this.
Okay, maybe. Yeah, no.
I'm not sure. It's just okay. Come on. I should do it like a friend of mine, Jay. He has another computer just for streaming, and with a capture card. Look, you see, now they're bigger when you focus on them. A little detail thing. Okay, so yeah, so what was next? Done, remove. Yeah, now when we click on an item, when someone says this task is done, we should have another state indicating that it's done. So let's copy this item here. Let's say this is when it's not done. So let's see. So when a task is done, I want to have it, where is it here? It should be strike through, and the button should be a button, not primary, not danger. Let's say, I don't know, not confirm. Like a passive button. I know.
Disabled?
No, it's not disabled. It's like, you know. Let's. I don't know if now cancel is also the wrong word. Let's say cancel for now. And I make everything gray. No gray here. Let's just figure it out if it works. So let's make gray. The button also gray. No cancel. Okay, what? Gray is not, is it not gray? Gray. Nope. So the gray color does not exist. If you're sure about
it's with an A, not an E, I think.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's G-R-A-Y, and I think you did G-R-E-Y, right? Yeah.
Hi, I thought it worked before. Interesting. Okay. Then here is a bug too, because dark gray text, gray darkest. Yeah, doesn't make sense too. Okay, then let's remove this. This doesn't work anyway. Or it's gray darkest. Let's see. Refresh. Yep. Okay, the button should be not that small, or should have a min width or something like that. So let's see, what do I need here? That because the button is currently too small. Oh no, I can hear my cat. Let's start. The game begins. So why is the button too small? Button base. I have a border. I have a PML border. They are rounded. They're focused. Items are centered. What do you mean, Stefan? With black 400? You mean for the button or for the color? Ah, you mean yeah. So let's see. First, I'm kind of miss it here, right? Ah, no. Let's see if they changed it here. Let's see, flex, shrink. Ah, yeah. So flex, shrink. It's flex used to prevent a flex from. Ah, yeah. Ah, you see, I also copied here an old code. It's not flex no shrink. It's flex shrink 0. Yeah, much better now. You can't hear it, but my cat is like screaming, "Give me food!" Why don't you give me food? Okay, you know, Barnabas, yeah, take a look at this now. It doesn't look so bad, right?
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's a bit confusing with the done, not done, but I get the meaning.
Yeah, I you know, I have a design here on my left.
Yeah,
You don't see it, and I thought, yeah, maybe why not? You know, I mean, we could also do checkboxes, right? So basically, what I think what the designer of thought was that you can add an item here, edit, and this is the state. So either it's done or not done. I mean, let's do checkboxes. Let's checkbox. No, there is no checkbox. Here it is a checkbox.
Yeah, it's always a bit complicated with buttons. Like, what is it? What happens when you press the button? What's on? What's written on it, or is it what's the current state?
Yeah. Let's use checkboxes. Makes more sense. So let's just copy and paste this. That's the cool thing about Tailwind, right? If I like this Tailwind component, I just go here, take it as is. Copy this one here, go back to my app, look at the code, say I want to have it here. Let's close this for a second. What do I say? That's how they add spacings. Okay, good. Another thing I learned. And then you just add, class name here, because obviously HTML is not the same. And then we can remove this button. I mean, then we just add, then we can skip the cancel button. But anyway, and not skip, remove it. But doesn't matter. So let's see. We have here the input. Let's see if it works. I mean, I just copy and pasted it. Yay! What? No. Why can't I click here? Why does it state here? Let's see if it's checked or not checked. Why can't I check this?
What is your problem?
Wait a sec. Let's see. I want here that too. So my current problem is that I can't, you know, click on this check button here, checkbox here. There is no interaction there.
You
Of
need,
course.
you already said that you want, right? You need to hook it up with the React state.
Of course, man. Copy and paste. It's like when you go to Stack Overflow, you're looking for the green check mark and you just copy and paste it and expect magic. Sometimes it works, but not all the time. So let's see. Still does not look so good. The input height with mix. Let's edit. Actually, I can remove the other one. If we just work with one, then we make the one work, and then we look at the other one. Whoops, that was the wrong button. I wanted to close this one. Okay, so yay, I can now do nothing so far. We just designed. Took us 1 hour to make this design. Oh, it's not bad. Better than nothing. It's getting pretty hot here because the lights. So because of the lights. So let's see. We don't need this one. Border gray, everything works. I can actually remove this ML then. That should some more space. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I want to be, no wait, it's like this checkbox does not look so good. How do I get this checkbox looking more fancy? Let's see. Tailwind checkbox. Custom Css Forms. Let's see. View Tailwind checkbox. Checkbox here. Oh, that's good looking. Let's see. He did not change anything. Really? Does that work? So basically I remove everything. Nah. That is just the old one. That's a good look. Let's see. Here is a Tailwind Css Custom Forms. Oh, that's a plugin. No. Let's stick with this for now. But it's not set. Height 6 width 6. Why does this look so ugly? Whoops. Let's see. Oh no. Let's make this 4. It still looks not so good. Why? Do you have any clue why this checkbox looks interesting? The height and the width is not the same, even though I said so. Interesting. Ah, because of space. Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't give this enough space.
Okay, yeah.
So let's say this is 2, no flex shrink. So it should not say I'm smaller. Yeah, now it works better. Yeah. But let's give this also a little shadow. A border and a shadow. Because it does not look so good. Now it at least has a shadow. Okay. Okay, Barnabas. So where are you? I see that you created a to-do controller file
Oh, yeah,
already.
I'm working on, yeah.
You can explain it afterwards.
Yeah.
I just
Sorry.
I just make this work that you can add to-dos and remove it. So let's for now remove this to-do here up here. Oh yeah, let's streamline this a little bit. So this to-do here should obviously not be duplicated per to-do. Wouldn't make sense. So I just take it, paste it in here, and let's say here for now we have one to-do. No, not to-do controller. How was it? To-do. To-do item. I don't know. And let's add the to-do item here with the. Oh, I know. I removed it. Let's go back. There was this to-do. Here it is. Oops. Copy it. Let's move forward. Okay, we should not. Let's move here. So let's create a static to do here so we can see if this works with our component, and then do a little bit of cleanup here so it's not that bad. So okay, we have now one to do, and with a static text, it should not be static. So we say the text is from the to do dot title. Let's see if this works. Stream live on Twitch, because that's the stream live on task. So we could also make here a list of to-dos, and what we want here is render a list of to-dos. So let's map over our to-dos map. We have to-do on, and for each to-do we render a to-do item. And as you might know, React wants to have keys on maps or on lists we render, and each to-do has an ID. Now in our case 1. Oh yeah, we should call this not to-do, but let's say example to-do, so it doesn't make. Let's say we have 2 example to-dos, and now we should see 2. Awesome. We might need to remove a little padding here, because that's a little bit too much. Let's say we just have a padding of only x2 and pi y1. So the buttons get a little bit smaller. As soon as NextJS is ready to do this for me. Come on, NextJS, do it, do it.
So, but with the button modifiers that we created now, we have to write them like everything by hand. We can't just somehow create this with a placeholder value for the color, right?
I think there is maybe a way to do this. Not sure. Maybe there is a way to do this. We could think about, or we could figure this out later. Yeah. Okay. So what have we done now? So we have. I mean, in case you missed it, I created a list now. Oops, I'm missing one thing. Yeah. And the key should be on the list item. Now it works. Actually, it was not a valid unordered list. Now it is. Let's refresh it. I should have just two. Yeah, now it works. Okay, so now I have a to-do list with 2 items. With the 2 to-do items, and yeah, that works. So next thing we do is move this into a to-do component, so that because it's not part of the page just uses a to-do list, but let's separate the code. So we have here our index tsx, and let's create a to-do item tsx, and we export everything from to-do item, and then let's move the to-do item into this here. We export this, we import React and a function component from React. Then we need to, actually we could say that the page is also a function component because it is, and then let's move the to-do interface or type into the, let's say we make here a types file for all the types of the to-do module. So we have the types, we export it from, /types. So this means we need to import to-do from our just generated types file. So that's our types, that's the to-do, and now back to the page, we need to import to-do and the to-do item from our components to-do. So what we just did is a little bit of refactoring. So I put the to-do item into a new components file, or into components, so that the page is a little bit more cleaner. Here we can do the data fetching later on. Okay, so I don't need this anymore for now. So Barnabas, I think next thing we need to do, independent from the this is the to-do controller you just created, right?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, maybe then you could, take over, because the next thing, as you created the to-do controller, is that we can manage those to-dos. Not yet with the database. It's not yet relevant for our interface. But yeah.
This is just an in-memory controller, right?
I need
if
to
you follow
yeah
me in VS Code,
now I follow you. So tell us what you created, because what where we left off is that the interface now just shows an input and 2 static items, and you're gonna make them dynamic now, right? Cool.
Then what I was created just a use state with an empty object where we can put all our to-dos into, and then I created some little utility functions so that the underlying component doesn't have to do that. And I created functions for creating a to-do, updating a to-do, and deleting a to-do. So that should be everything that we need for now.
Yeah.
And the only thing is, should we copy this over to the page? Because I need to render the page here, or should we pass in the page and just put in the controls? What do you think?
So okay, so I mean, what we could do, this is basically like a React context providing context-like, let's say, component where you create those utilities.
Yeah, we could also put this like render a context and then do it in the app, right? And then just subscribe to the context in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
right? Yeah, okay. So why not?
Yeah, so I would create a context. I would create a
context
here. Yeah.
Is it no create context?
Can you close and open the file again? Because I moved the file into the to do, so it's now in the components to do.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure if it work. Ah, yeah, now it works. Okay.
Is it just create context, right?
Yeah.
Create context. Yeah. Okay. Then let's create a to-do context. Create context.
Oh no, there's a create. The E is missing.
Oh, yeah. I have to pass in
the default state. No,
right.
the default state, right?
Yeah. Then let's render. Oh, then it takes children, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's already. No. Yeah. And then we do to-do context provider, right?
Yeah.
Value to-dos, create.
Yeah. So we give the create, to do, and delete, right? So it's our CRUD controller, right?
Yeah, exactly. And children in the middle. Why is the linter not happy? I need two curly braces, right? That's the problem.
Ah, yeah.
Okay. So now we just have to hook this up inside the underscore app.
Yeah, but wait, let's first create a type for this context. So so we have to do context and the to do context exists. What was it? It was to dos, which is a list of.
Right now it's a map, but we could also we could create a const to do list.
And we need create to do.
It's probably easier for the use memo.
Ah, yeah.
A lot of uses. And then we just get all the keys from the to-dos.
Ah, wait, I follow you again.
To do also then it's
you created an object with the to do IDs. Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's easier to handle the delete and everything.
Yeah, but for the interface, for the UI, it's easier if it's just a list. Yeah.
So
okay, so but then we need to, instead of the to-dos is the to-do list, right?
Yeah.
So it's just an alias.
Exactly.
Okay, then we need to go back to the type, because the to-do context is now not a list of, it's basically it's a list of to-do. Yeah, exactly. And the create to-do, what's the interface of create to-do?
It takes just a title, right? String. And right now it doesn't return anything, but it could if we wanted to.
I mean, it could return. No, actually, we don't
need
it because
the list will be refreshed, right? So.
Yeah. That's why we don't need to.
Yeah, and then update to do takes a to do update.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a good name, but I didn't think of anything better.
Doesn't matter.
And it also doesn't return anything. And then delete to do takes only an ID, which is a number, and also doesn't return anything. So.
I'm actually a fan here to use the reference of the other type. So if the ID ever changes to a string or whatever, then
You can also do this, right?
No.
You don't? No?
No, not with types.
Oh, okay.
You need always to do this like this, yeah. So can you give
Looks
me
like Python code now.
why is this the partial? So I just need, I mean,
because you
okay,
don't have to pass in. You can either update only the title or the done state.
Ah, yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah. That was what I thought.
Okay. Yeah.
Right now we don't actually need to update the title, but maybe we could do that in the future.
Yeah, we could. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So I typed the to-do context, so it's either a to-do context or null, because initially there's no value in it. So no, actually that's wrong too. It's not null. But the thing is, I cannot say it's a to-do context, and I mean, at least I must do undefined, right? Yeah. Okay. Because when I type create the context type, you need to add an initial value, but in our case it's undefined, because yeah, there is no one creating the context until we do it here. And then let's export another one. So export use to do context, which is basically just returning use context of the to do context. Which
do we need to add a type there?
No, it should interfere. Actually, it should infer it. Yeah, it does.
Yep. Yeah. The strange thing is that it says that it always returns a to do context now, right?
Yeah, it does actually, because it always returns it. And what you get then is the to do.
Potentially be undefined, right? If somebody just used the hook without putting the provider in the tree, then it would be undefined, right?
Yeah, but that's something I think that's handled by React. I'm not sure. I would need to read the docs again, but I think that use context, if the provider is not there, maybe you're right.
Yeah.
But for now we know that it works.
Yeah.
But you're right.
So then it's
okay. I need to follow you again. So the next thing we do is we go to the app and we add the to do context for our entire app. So every page should have access to our to do provider, and the to do provider, or in our case controller, handles everything, adding, updating, and deleting. You don't have the autocomplete, right?
No, it does work. I wasn't sure which folder I was in. Components, to do controller.
No, you don't have to. The index. Wait a sec. I export everything in the index, because I mean that's part of the to do module. So I tend to export everything from the module that you just have to import components to do.
Controller. We could change the name to do provider though.
Oh yeah. Wait a sec. I changed this, but it should go easy. Let's say to do provider, and it should have updated it here too. Yeah, now it's called to do provider. That's perfect. And I also renamed the file, so it's not a controller, it's to do provider. And then the index file should update it too. And now everything looks like a React context provider. Perfect.
Is the file saved?
Yes.
No, it's yeah.
Okay, so let's test this and let's test if this works.
Let's see if it compiles first.
Yeah. Let's go back to the app and check out as soon as it works. Man, delays are crazy. Oh, there is an issue in the app. Where? What? No. Yeah, there was an issue in the app, but now it works again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it works. I still see the app. Let's check out. Oh, I haven't installed the React dev tools in my guest browser. You cannot add extensions in incognito or guest window modes. Damn. Okay, that's bad. Next time I check this out and we'll try to do this. Okay. So anyway, we have added it to the app context, to the app actually, and what Barnabas now is doing is consuming this context. So with our used to do context that we previously added, I just need to close the window for a sec.
So
Okay.
now we need to hook up. We need a state for the input field, right?
Oh,
Title,
yeah.
set title is use state.
So yeah,
String
we need
is
the
always string, right?
yeah. So the value of the input will be the title, and on change we want to get the value and set title to the new value.
Yeah, but you could just pass in set title. This is
oh yeah, sure. yeah, sure. No, we get the event. No, that doesn't work.
Oh yeah, but then you cannot do value dot
So target value. Yeah, now it works. So whenever let's do an old classic console log here. See if this works. So if we go back here and change something, I encountered. Oh yeah, wait a sec. I have a key issue because I have two to-dos here with the same ID. Let's remove one of the to-dos for now because we don't need it. And go back and refresh it.
We could just wrap a form around the input field, right?
Sure. Oh no, now it doesn't work. What?
Oh yeah, that's because of me.
Ah yeah. Can you remove it for a sec?
Yeah, sure. I was just thinking if we put it inside a form, then we could do on submit, right? And then when you press enter in the input bar, then it would also add the to-do. You don't have to click the button, right?
Yeah, makes sense. So let's add a form here. Yeah, type submit, and when on submit, we want, what do we want? Oh yeah, then we need to create the.
We need a and then p.dot prevent default, right?
Yes, that's what. Yeah, but not only that, then we need to create the to do.
Yeah.
We got from the context.
Your cursor is okay. There is already. And then we only have to do to do context.
Wait a sec. I do object. Let's destruct this so we can here get create to do, and we just need to create to do. Yeah. So, and now we've created a to do, and to see it in action, we should actually say get the to dos, remove our two example to dos. What?
I think we need to remove this div, right? The one that wrapped the inputs before.
Why?
And put the class names here on the form, because right now if you look at the page, the input and the add to do button.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, because I know what you mean.
This should, I think.
There is an issue, yeah.
Why is on to? Oh, okay, there it is. Close. Yeah.
Okay, let's. Now it works. Yeah. So let's add another stream on Twitch. Yeah, it works.
Nice. And you can press enter.
Yes,
I can. But we also, what I would now also do is on submit is set title to an empty string again, right?
Ah, yeah, sure.
I think it's a bit better.
Okay, yeah, let's see if this works. So add another task, enter, and yay! Yes, it works.
So now
lots of tasks.
Now our to-do items should also take on done or on
just on
toggle done, right?
Yeah, I would say we add an on toggle and an on click or on delete. Actually, it's a delete, right? So they get the how was it called? It's let's go back here. It's delete to do and update to do, or was it toggle to do? Oh no,
it was update to do.
We both just wrote something and then tab 9 was killing it. So create to do, update to do, and to do's.
Delete to do and
delete to do.
Yeah.
Okay, now we can. Looks like we should not both press command C because or Z, then it doesn't work. It's like it's like
update to do. Then it's takes to do dot ID, right?
Yeah.
The ID is the to do ID, and done is not to do done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on delete is just basically delete. To do. Oops. Let me say delete to do with the to do ID.
Yeah.
Okay, then we need to go back to the to do item, and let's make a new type here, to do item, because currently it only accepts to do, but it should accept more. So let's say to do item, and it also accepts on delete.
Yeah.
Which is I have an idea. Let's go back to the to-do provider first, and let's get those types out of here and just move it into types and export them.
But they are different, right?
No, I just want to import them here for one simple reason, that the to-do item can also use the correct types of update to do and etc.
But it's not accepting those types.
Why?
We provide them with right now with functions that don't take any arguments. So that otherwise we would have to have the logic inside of the to-do item.
Okay, let's see. So what you're saying, I just need to figure out the type again. But the update to do,
they don't take anything and they don't return anything.
Yeah, so okay. No, yeah. I mean, we could, but I know what you mean. Okay, let's then go just still back here. So the on toggle is basically just a function void, and the on delete is all on delete is also just a void. So okay, and we get here the on toggle and on delete. Let's move it here, and what we want is that when someone presses the button on click, it's actually here on delete, and the input on change should toggle the input.
Yep. Now we just need to hook up the states to the input button, to the checkbox, right? Also.
Yeah, but one sec. Looks like context type. I mean, now it works. That was just same name. Cannot read property map of potentially undefined. Ah, yeah, sure. Only when we have to-dos, we should do a map. Yeah.
Why is it red up there?
Ah, yeah, this was one of the things when we both tried to do a return or revert of change. So we don't need to log this here. Let's see. Okay, so I just refresh the to-do and let's say hello world, and I was able to enter it. I cannot toggle.
Yeah,
but I can
you
remove
can
it.
you can actually toggle it, but we don't. The state is not represented in the to-do item, right?
Oh yeah.
We don't update the state of the checkbox right now.
Oh yeah. So so the value is
Is it a boolean? Then you can just do to do.
yeah, to do dot
Done.
done, yeah. But I am not sure if a boolean is true because that's a number. So if it's done, then it's 1. If it's not done, then it's 0.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Refresh. Stefan, are you still here? Because I see we have 2 viewers. I'm not sure if
I'm one of them.
yeah, I didn't want to say that, but I was curious that I'm sure, was kind of sure that you're one of them to check if the stream still works. I mean, it's good. That's quality assurance. So let's add a task. Boom. Here's a task and another task. And here's another task. And we can still not toggle it.
Okay, something is not working.
Yeah, I think it's not on change, so it's on click. I mean,
Oh,
I
okay.
report an on change that's not happening. So, yeah. Let's refresh again. Oh, sorry. Add a to-do.
No.
I can still not toggle it.
Can you? So you don't have the ReactJs tool site. I have it here.
Man, sometimes you need to look up
Wait.
the easiest things. I gotta tell you.
Okay, but I can see in the dev tools that the state is updated inside the context, so it switches from false to true and back again.
Yeah.
And inside the to-do item.
Ah, it's checked. It's not value. I was sure. It's not an input with a value. Yeah, now it's a boolean.
Now it's
again.
a boolean.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Makes sense.
That's why I said sometimes you have to look up the easiest things.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the things that I thought when I started coding, like, oh God, I need to look up so many things. But actually many people do. I mean, you're still also looking things up, so I do.
All the time, yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. So add another task. Ooh, you provided the check prop to a form without an on-change handler. But I did.
So it's
man, I really confused things. So I was adding an on-change with a value that's valid for a text input, but not for a checkbox. So yeah, my fault. But yeah, let's see. Add a task.
Still not working for me.
Maybe it's time for a break. 2 hours and we still have not yet implemented Apollo. maybe
we have to do the API in another stream. But
yeah, we'll pick up from there. But anyway, let's get this checkbox done,
I don't want to be defeated by your fucking checkbox.
Oh no, now you said the effort. Now it's a mature channel. Okay, I need to add the flag now. Okay, so man, it's good.
Checkbox.
It's time for a coffee.
I have to Google it.
It's time for a coffee. Okay, I just switch to another so that people don't see the now people just see us, the two of us, not the screen. So you can Google in private. So yeah. So what have we done today, before we're gonna leave, after fixing the checkbox, of course, we created a little to-do app with Tailwind in a Next.js application. Actually, before I do the summary, you need to show the controller a little more, because you coded it and kind of in private while I was still figuring out how to do this with Tailwind, and so you could still show this to people, right?
Sorry, I was Googling and I was listening to you, to be honest.
No, don't worry. I said that you could still explain the more on the controller, the provider in some more detail.
Yeah, I
because you coded it in private. So anyway, checkbox. So we're not gonna be defeated by a checkbox. I mean, that's so embarrassing.
You can use the time to Google, and I will just step through the to-do provider one more time.
Oh yeah. Let's go to the provide. Where is it? Provider. I put the cursor, so it's your turn. Cursor is on your side, so you can just explain why I do things.
Click the pin on the top right.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, okay. It's 5 seconds until I see it.
Yeah, sure.
To-do provider. It's just another function component. And I mean, this is all just like temporary stuff, because after we implemented the API, we won't need any of this. But still, I think it's good to create like these small little functions, because if we change and implement the API, then all we have to do is implement the calls to the API in here, and everything else doesn't have to change. So we have only one component that we have to change after we implement the API. So that's pretty nice. And for now, I use a reference to create the IDs. useRef just gives you an object with a mutable current property, which you can mutate. And then create to do is just a function that creates a new takes a title, then creates the increments the ID to get the next ID, and then just creates a new object with the old to dos in it and the new to do added. And then update to do. Here I create this new type. You can look at it real quick, because this was something that you asked me, right? Why I did it. And I just created a partial, so you could can input any of the properties of to do can now be undefined. But we have to have the ID to be able to update the to do, and because there are only partial and required, I think, utility types in TypeScript, which always partial all the properties or make all the properties required. I had to do this with just adding the ID again afterwards.
Yeah, so the everything in the to do is partial except for the ID, right?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
So you have to provide an ID all the time.
Yeah. And then when we update the to do, we just create another object again with all the old to dos IDs, all the old to dos in it again, and then update the to do with the ID that we got. And we do this by just putting in all the old values, and then just what's the opposite of destructuring? Spreading, right? That's the spread operator, right? We spread in the old to do and then spreading the new to do over the old to do, and this way it's not a lot to write, because you can just spread it. And with the partial thing, if something is missing, then it just uses the old value again, so it works. And with the delete, we just copy the old to-dos, then delete the to-do with the ID from the new to-dos and return those as the new state. Yeah, right. And then the to-do list we did together, right, at the end, because we wanted to have it nicer for the components consuming the context. We just take the map and map over all of its keys. and take all the values and put it in a list. And this way, and the component can just map over it and render
yeah.
item. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's okay. So yeah, I think this should be it.
Okay.
Yeah. Were you able to find something? Checkbox.
Yeah. Maybe you need to wait a sec, because I'm currently trying on here on my end to figure out if and how this stream is later on preserved. So yeah, I just found it, store previous. Okay, perfect. So yeah, where was I? So
I think it should be on click and check, but I'm not sure. Because every time someone clicks, we want to toggle the checked state, right?
No, wait a sec. So what we do here is on toggle we get the okay, get a sec. Logvar to do
oh, there's a
where is the typo?
Syntax error.
Oh no,
because it's a arrow function without curly braces. You have to wrap it in curly braces now.
Yeah. Okay, second. Okay, so back here. So there is just, the thing is, it's just a visual thing we are missing here, because I debugged it. You see here my console again, or my console in the browser, and it does what we expect. It's just, there's title, there's done triggers, done false. So I think maybe it's something we're missing here in the Tailwind styling, that the checkbox is not really checked. So let's let's remove some rules here. Oh, I removed one thing for sure. Let's remove this one here, because let's remove all class names. I mean, I've never created, you see in the browser it works. It's just something in Tailwind that doesn't work. So we were right at the beginning about these things here. It's just that the classes, for some reason, and I've not figured out yet, are not working for the checkbox. So let's see. Let's see which class it is. This is just a rounded. Oh no, I know why. And it also says it here. So by default, the checked variant is not enabled. So what I've missed is that in the Tailwind config, I've missed to set the checked variant. So what? Whoops, that was not what I wanted. So by default, checked is not enabled, and Tailwind does not know this rule here. So we have here checked with a background and a transparent border, and that's not working because Tailwind has not, didn't know about that. Because on the docs page it says checked variant is not enabled, so we need to add this to the Tailwind config.js. And you can control whether the checked variant are enabled or not. So.
Oh, okay. So those are the like the pseudo selectors.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
But something Tailwind specific.
Yeah. I mean, this is just a selector. Where was it here? This checked here is just. Yeah, so under the hood, Tailwind has a CSS selector for checked text checkboxes, and for a checked text box now the background color is changed to blue, And to enable this, because we use the same thing here, go back here, we have here checked blue, checked border transparent. We need to tell Tailwind that this is a class, oops, we want. So you add another thing. You see, now it works. So the thing that was missing was to enable it. So we were not telling Tailwind that this is a class we want to have. So, and one thing that's missing is the form tick. Let's see what's form tick. Form tick. No, it's form tick, right? Let's see what's form tick. If that's also utility class, you need to enable first. One thing for sure. Let's see. We add ASDF. Yeah, this tick thing here. Not sure how they added it or where this is coming from, because they have this. That's a background image. Okay. That's something they did. They added that there is a little background image with the checkbox or with the check mark. So currently it's just, you know, bluish here because we don't have the actual SVG here. I mean, we could, let's see how they did it. Let's go here. Check out, I mean, that's a data image. So actually, let's see how this looks in their CSS. So what they created, you see it here, is a CSS utility class. I mean, we could just basically copy and paste this in our not index.ts, in our index CSS, and create a new utility and say, okay, when the form is this, did they use it somewhere else? No, it's just here. So we could do basically the same. I hope this SVG is open source and we can use it. And I did some other background things. So basically, now you see it. Oh, someone knocked on my door. So the stage is yours for a sec because I need to figure out who is at the door.
Yeah, sure.
Let me just disable my video for a sec and I mute myself. Let me see. Oh no, that's all. This is.
Yeah, so while Stefan is away, I mean, let's do a short review what we did today. I mean, we've seen NextJS and how you create pages. We've seen that every component inside the pages folder is a page. You probably, I'm not sure if you could do folders in here, but you probably could, I guess. And if you have to have stuff that's shared between pages, you have to put it in the underscore app component, which is shared between the pages. And everything else that are components that are reused between pages, you put into the components folder, where we also created all the little to-do components that we needed. I'm not sure, maybe we could have created another to-do component for what we actually have in the page right now. Maybe this would have been better inside a component, but I mean, in this example, it doesn't matter either way. So
I'm back.
Oh, hi.
Sorry. I totally forgot to focus on the VS Code, by the way. So for a few seconds, all the people saw was Chrome. That was my Chrome browser.
Oh, yeah. So no worries. I just talked a bit about what we did.
Okay.
There's just still a couple of questions that I have for like Tailwind stuff.
Yeah.
Can you only apply classes from Tailwind, like with the add apply directive, or could you also create classes yourself and then compose them with apply? Do you know that?
I don't know, but I think maybe it's possible, because I'm not sure if the apply method is coming from them, or if this is something. I would need to Google that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that because I'm not sure. Maybe it is CSS? I'm not sure, because the add tailwind directives, this is an unknown rule, right? So this is Does the browser just ignore stuff in CSS rules it doesn't know? So yeah, probably, right?
Yeah. I think so, yeah.
But also, I think that the tooling could be a bit better. Or can we use a different file extensions instead of CSS?
Yeah, I've seen examples with SCSS, less, and CSS modules. So yeah, it's definitely definitely possible to also use different ones. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's kind of, there are like squiggly red lines, and I don't know why, because it expects a semicolon. So yeah, that's what you said before, right?
Yeah. But I'm not sure if this is something of my editor, because he's not aware of how apply works. Because if you do it like this, apply per,
apply per rule.
Yeah, per rule, then it works, right? So if I do this, then it works. So what currently is not working is that I apply multiple rules here. But maybe that's just something I need to change in my VS Code setup. So basically this works now. I'm still curious where this checkbox is coming from, because hopefully we are allowed to copy it. So let's see. Check. Let's at least, checkbox SVG source is from them, from the Tailwind guys. Okay. So yeah, but basically it works now, right? So
yeah.
You can add here another task, and you can remove this one, or you can toggle this one. And the cool thing is, I mean, you have to get used to applying lots of CSS classes here, but as you've seen, you could also create lots of utility classes. So you can, let's say this class here for a checkbox, it would not scale if I copy and paste this classes every time into a new checkbox. So either I could create a checkbox React component, so I just have to use this once, or you create a utility class and call it input base like this, for instance, or input checkbox base or whatever, and you apply all those classes, so you just have one instead of putting this list here.
Sometimes it's easier to just reuse a React component on multiple places, and sometimes it's just easier to just use a CSS class.
Yeah, that's true. So you have to find the balance, right? There is no clear, I don't think that we can give a general advice here. So either it's this or that way. But I think it's pretty cool with it. So I mean, you can add empty tasks. That's maybe something we need to tackle.
Okay, yeah.
So only if the title is set, you can add new tasks.
This is just in our submit thing.
Yeah.
You already did it, right?
Yeah. We should still prevent it, the event, but don't add something. So if we refresh again, and we do here ASDF, but we cannot, if you don't enter something, you won't see it. Yeah.
We could also disable the add button while there is no text inside the input.
Oh yeah. So let's say button, we make a new button disabled. There is actually a good module for this. So let's add class names.
Okay.
And and because it's easier. So
Yeah.
let's import class names from class names, and yeah, left. And where is it? Where was the button? Here.
Sorry. Yeah.
Here. So what we do is we say class names, because these rules should be applied all the time. And if text is true, we add another class name, which is basically this
It's
one.
title, yeah.
Oh yeah, title.
So it's pretty much just the same as loaders compact, right? It's just
yeah, but it's different. It's like the syntax is this. It's like, isn't it? Wait a sec. Wait, I forgot this one here. And what yeah, like this.
Okay. Bang bang, right? Bang bang title.
Bang bang. Yeah, no, now it should work. Yeah. So class names accepts a lot of different type. Oh no, there's no type for this.
We didn't set up a what?
I thought I thought type names is type. Class names is type, but it isn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Interesting. So yeah, let's add another one here. Actually, we can use now the cancel, because cancel was not used anyway. So let's say this is disabled, and in we don't use disabled, right? So disabled, yeah.
There's also a disabled attribute on buttons, right?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it? I don't know. But it's not a type.
Let's see if this works. I'm not sure. The class name. Let's see if I was right with the class names. No. Okay. Let's see. npm class names. Maybe the utility is different. So no, you can provide an object. You can provide multiple objects, and when there is one, if it's true, they add it. Okay.
Does it have to be like really a boolean? Then it's bang bang title, right?
Yeah. That's probably the issue. Yeah, that's probably the issue. Let's see. No, still not working. Wait a sec. Okay.
Oh, it's just one bang.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah.
Yeah, it's like this, right? So if title is false, it's button if title is not false, then it's button primary. If title is false, then it's disabled.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, now it works.
We should all. So okay, that's the hover effect is on the green button, right?
No, it's because it's a button, but.
Would be nice to not have the hover effect on disable. Maybe.
Yeah, let's check the docs again. If we can, when someone hovers, if we can disable the pointer event, or let's see, pointer. No, not pointer, cursor. Sorry, it's cursor and a point, not pointer event. So cursor. What should we add? They're not allowed. Yeah, why not? So wait. So where is it? If it's disabled, then we also add the hover cursor not allowed.
You can just apply it to the disabled thing, right?
Oh, yeah, sure. That makes more sense. So if it's hover not allowed, let's see. Hover cursor not allowed class does not exist. Okay, let's see. I think that's another thing. Yeah, we need to also add this. So back to the Tailwind docs.
I really like their error messages.
Yeah. So again, same thing like for the what was it, checked. We need to extend the cursor and tell Tailwind that we want to add the cursor classes also, or we want also set cursor values on hover, kind of. Yeah.
Compiling. Okay. Pizza.
Let's see.
Yep.
And it works. Yeah.
I think this is a good point to end it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. For today.
But how to summarize it? How do you like Tailwind so far?
I really like the apply statement, because it kind of feels like having like small functions and being able to compose them together. Yeah, I really like it. And also for me, it's the docs are really nice, and also with the search they have, you're really fast at finding the classes that you need.
Yeah.
And then it's also easier probably in the long run to remember the Tailwind classes and don't have, because the Tailwind classes probably they work on all browsers, right?
Yeah.
And if you write the CSS,
they dropped Internet Explorer 11, which is not a bad thing actually, but they dropped it.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
but,
because they now make a heavy use of CSS variables. I mean, I'm not sure if this was the only or one of the only reasons they dropped it, but it was one of them. Yeah.
Probably makes sense for them. It's
a
bit sad for me, because we have projects that still need to support IE11. And I mean, that's already said we have to support IE11, so it's not that big of a difference.
That's true. But cool. So we will definitely share this, post it to online or on GitHub, committed, push it, so we can go from there. And in the next stream, we're gonna set up the Apollo client, right, or the Apollo server and Apollo client, and make sure that these to-dos persist somewhere in the database.
Yeah, thanks. I had fun. I hope you had fun too.
Yeah, sure. It was. I mean, I really enjoy working with Tailwind. It's I still need to get used to some of the things, because I'm so used to create CSS classes by myself. But I really like the utility approach, because you can create UIs very fast. If you know the syntax and all those classes, you just drop some classes on the element and you have what you want. You don't need to open a CSS file.
What I see, but I have one more question. I see a post CSS config inside our project. Is this also required for Tailwind CSS?
Tailwind does a lot of post CSS things by themselves, I think, already. Let's see if I'm wrong or right. But I know that together with NextJS, that let's see, get started. Next. Yeah, so I'm not sure if this is required for all. You need to do it. So you need to install post CSS and create both files.
Is this needed for like purging or tree shaking and stuff?
That's actually another great thing, that they tree shake their entire CSS classes, because they have lots and lots of utility classes, and when you create this post CSS config, you can drop every class you don't use, and they even go, let's see, back in our code, they purge your files. So they look up all your created component files, in our case in components, JS, TS and TSX files, and they go through the files, look for a certain pattern that indicates that this is a CSS class, and purge everything else they haven't found yet. Yeah. So it's cool. It's really cool. It's really cool. And you get it kind of outside of the box. You just need to install the dependencies, set up a post CSS config, a Tailwind config.js, and that's it.
Right.
So thanks, Stefan. Yeah, sorry, I've seen your comment only by now. So yeah, we had lots of fun. It was really funny. You know, it's next time I need to put a drink or something here, because now I really need some water or a Coke or something. But it was really fun. It was really fun. So I enjoy pair coding a lot. I do this with Barnabas a lot also at work. So that's one thing I enjoy already. And I think it's fun to stream this also when two people work on something and they, do this in a conversation. I hope you had fun, Stefan. Yes, you said yes, I did. That's great. So we see us on Twitter again. Yeah, the recording will most likely be live on Twitch for 14 days because I have not a premium account yet. And I will also, if it's okay for you, Barnabas, maybe post this on YouTube so it's preserved forever.
Sure.
Let's see what's forever. Okay, so
okay. Well,
yeah, thanks a lot.
Watching,
thanks a lot for watching.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye bye. Enjoy your day.